Welcome. I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the month of November 2017. I've already shuffled your cards. I have the first set laid out. We will be clarifying. I would also like to ask that if this does not resonate with you, to please check your Sun, Moon, and Rising combinations. Now, let's get to it. Okay. First card we have here is Temperance. Now, this could be your emotions are out of balance. And maybe your emotions could be a little out of control. Clearly, there's some emotional situations that are occurring in your lives right now. Maybe you're being a little pushy, maybe impatient, maybe even potentially intolerant with others. You want to get things done quickly, and sometimes you feel like things are just moving too slow, or like others are moving too slow. So that feeds into the whole being impatient and intolerant. And sometimes you may feel like others are like standing in your way, but I need to caution you with your judgment. You want to make sure to think things through so that you don't regret it later. Don't make any snap judgments. And the biggest thing is you need to slow down and smell the roses. We can miss opportunities when we're trying to go too fast and get things done too quickly. Well, here's a breath of fresh air. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune, this is a lucky cycle that's begun. There could be new conditions in your home or work environment. Maybe you might even change your residence. Maybe there's some extra financial security on the way. Whatever this heralds, it's a good thing. This is all positive. And there's always a possibility that you may start a new project, or you could even decide to go back and get some schooling for some of you. This won't resonate with all of you, but it will for some of you. But either way, this is a lucky cycle. Now here we have the Chariot in the reverse position. Now, I'd like to advise you that there could be, for some of you, this won't resonate with all of you, but for some of you, you could potentially have issues with your vehicles. And then for some of you, you could potentially be having issues with your health. Now, this is about fighting. You're going through a hard battle, and you may be having a problem maintaining stamina. This card's just like you're totally mentally exhausted. You feel like you're ready to give up. You're just having a really hard time finding a way out of the situation. But I would advise that you rest and regroup. Things will look better after you take a rest and try to regroup, and I'd also like to warn that sometimes this can be an enemy. Sometimes it's a secret enemy. So just something to be aware of. That won't resonate with everyone, but I must say it because it could resonate with a few of you. But definitely watch out for your vehicle. If you're overdue on some maintenance, you might want to go get it done. Now, here we we have the Four of Coins. Now, this is a financially stable card, and it's about having a firm foundation, and it also speaks of having a strong attachment to money and possessions. Sometimes it's almost like there's a clinginess. So some people could think that you might be a little ungenerous. Some people would go so far as to say greedy. Not that you're really greedy, it's just you've had to work a whole lot and very hard to get what you have. So with this card, sometimes when you've had to work so hard to obtain what you have, then you're really cautious and you spend your money very conservatively. But this is definitely good judgment in business matters. Now, this would be like your present state here. This is the Eight of Cups in the reversed position. And this is about getting your passion back for the physical world. You're ready to enjoy life and have fun and go out with your friends and travel, go on some new adventures. You know, there's a real need for love, passion, and adventure. You're just ready to get out there and experience life. And sometimes there can be a new love interest in view. So that's something to keep in mind. We'll look deeper when we clarify. Here we have the Faith card in the reverse position. This is actually the Hierophant. This is a Taurus card. Now, it's in the reverse position, so this is about refusing to conform. Refusing to conform to, say, by society's standards. So this just brings a little bit of unconventional, unorthodox ideas, or just unconventional ways of doing things. You know, maybe you're a rebel. Maybe you're even a flower child. Maybe you have some unconventional behavior. Maybe you have unconventional ideas. Hey, some of those unconventional ideas could potentially make you some money. You never know. And sometimes this can be unconventional relationships and marriages. You know, so, I mean, maybe you decide you don't want to get married, but you want to live like you're married. You want to be in a committed relationship just without that legal paper. Nothing wrong with that. Whatever you feel is best for you, Taurus. And sometimes you may feel like you're hanging by a thread. So this will not necessarily resonate with all of you, but it will with a few of you. But sometimes you feel like you're hanging by a thread. Now here we have the King of Coins. So this would be you, Taurus. Male or female, doesn't matter when it comes to these core cards. So, but this is the Taurus card. And this is a king he's focused on the security of his family. And excellent advice concerning all financial matters, you know, business, investment, real estate, banker. He's also a kind and prosperous and reliable person or husband or wife. So, yes, this is you, Taurus. And here we have the Two of Cups. This is how other people would see you. And this is about This could be a soulmate. That maybe you have met somebody or you're currently with somebody that you feel maybe your soulmate. Or this could just be a really good friendship, say with a kindred spirit. But this is balanced, it's harmonious, and there's like free flowing. There's sharing between each other, sharing each other's ideas. So there's a real sense of cooperation associated with this card, and there's love. So this is definitely somebody that you love. And this can signify that there's, a new relationship. Now, we have the moon. This could be a hope or a fear. Now, this is all about unforeseen, unexpected type of events that just happen very suddenly. And sometimes you feel like you feel there's a big change coming. And if you feel that, more times than not, you're correct. Because when we have the moon card, your intuition, your psychic abilities are definitely enhanced. But it also increases your emotions as well. So you have to be careful that you don't end up making a mountain out of a molehill, basically. Sometimes we can have an emotional outburst or exaggerate our emotions and things that happen at night. And on rare occasions, this can be deception. Now, that's not going to be for everyone. And here we have the Knight of Coins in the reverse position. Now, this would be about money, new work, new job, or, in general, just an important matter that's in your life, and it just feels like everything is at a standstill, like nothing is moving. And sometimes you can feel like you are completely scattered, and sometimes there's a sense of lack of motivation. Maybe you feel withdrawn. Sometimes, this can lead into neglecting your duties and not following through on a commitment sometimes. It's the hard knocks of life card here, to which, you're no stranger to. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have our Queen of Cups, and she is in the reversed position. So this really speaks to the Temperance card here, because her emotions are definitely out of balance. Sometimes the imagination is overworked, and sometimes this can indicate that you're just worrying excessively, and you're worrying about things that are beyond your control, so you can't really do anything about them. And I know that's hard, and there's also, you need to caution yourself. You really need to think before you speak. Again, this really echoes the Temperance card, so I feel like it has a lot of meaning for you. And you don't want to exaggerate, okay? Because that'll already take a bad situation and make it worse. And you don't want to make it worse on yourself. You really need to harness your emotions so that you can channel them in a more positive manner. And don't let yourself fall prey to self-deception, okay? So don't lie to yourself. If you feel like you're doing that, you need to yank yourself up out of that abyss. Don't lie to yourself. wow, we got Temperance again. Okay, we clarify the Temperance card and we get the Princess of Wands in the reverse position. Now, this is about delays and disappointments, and it's quite possible that you might receive a message that you don't want to hear. And well, that message could definitely make you feel impatient, intolerant, maybe a little emotional. So yeah, I would be careful of that one. Seems like an extremely emotional month for you guys. Now we clarified the Wheel of Fortune and we get the Five of Swords in the reverse position. Now, the Five of Swords in the reverse position can indicate sneaky behavior. And sometimes there's a desire to start conflict. And sometimes this is a situation that causes like a lot of emotional problems. Sometimes this can indicate a possible lawsuit. Now, if it is a lawsuit, I would have to say that it's going to be more of a small claims court type of lawsuit. So, nothing extreme, but, you know, and this won't be for all of you. This is just for some of you. And more than likely you will win, but the victory, it won't be like the victory that you wanted. So maybe it'll be like a partial win. And another thing, this card can be the card of gossip. And if you end up being the subject of gossip, please take control and get to the truth of the matter. Put it out there. Just lay that shit out there and set people straight, Taurus. Don't mess around. Do it immediately, okay? Set them straight. Now we clarify the Chariot and we get Judgment in the reverse position. Now, Judgment in reverse position, there's a whole lot of confusion. Sometimes you're not able to hear or see the true nature of the situation. And sometimes there's a fear of being judged and a fear of failure. And are you trying to escape the inevitable? Because sometimes we know that we shouldn't take a certain path, or that we shouldn't stay in a certain job or a certain relationship, and we just refuse to see the situation for what it is. So whatever this is attached to, please don't self-deceive yourself. Don't get caught up in that self-deception, okay? You need to see the situation for what it truly is. If you have ill health, you need to go take care of it. Don't sit there and try to wish it away, because that ain't gonna help. Now we clarify the Four of Coins and we get the Ten of Wands in the upright position. So this is a very physically and mentally oppressive burden, and it's just too much for any one person to bear. And typically this is like a family member most of the times, not always, but most of the time it's a family member that needs our help. And you guys already have so many irons in the fire, so to speak, that you really can't handle anymore, okay? And you just really got to keep yourself the priority right now. I mean, it's good to help, and I know you'd want to help, but you don't want to help and then end up hurting yourself. You know, you don't want to take on more than you can handle. Don't bite off more than you can chew. You may have to say no. And then in return, they may think that you're greedy. But you know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Especially if you know that you're not going to get your money back. I'd hang on to it. Okay, we clarify the 8 of Cups in the reverse position, and we get the 6 of Wands in the reverse position. Now, 6 of Wands, there's a need to develop patience because you're going to have to ride out the storm, so to speak. It's like events seem to be at a standstill yet again, or maybe that the opportunities you seek are just not present. But you're definitely tired. You need to rest and recuperate because the stress and tension is just building and mounting. So please be aware that your plans are probably going to be delayed, and you need to try to not overreact. It's like right here again, you don't want to overreact. So, you know, maybe you get a new start and you're ready to go hang out, but then those opportunities just are not around. Or maybe people, you know, get caught up and they can't go out. Try to not overreact. Just take the time to rest. Sometimes silence is golden and things can just turn around. Sometimes the more we push things away from us when we're trying to get closer to them, but yet we're pushing them further away. Now, we clarify the Faith card in the reverse position, and we get the King of Cups. Now, King of Cups, he's a man of devotion, kindness, and all that he does. He's a introspective man. This could be a man or a woman. And they speak from their heart. This could be a leader in religion, or maybe at home, or maybe this could be a counselor. But this person can handle the rocky, emotional side, and he can do so with great compassion. He's a humanitarian, and he enjoys watching progress from behind the scenes. So maybe you guys are going to meet someone with these similar qualities, because it sure seems like you guys might end up being in a relationship. It seems like it's coming. It may be delayed, but it looks to me like it's definitely coming. Or maybe you decide that you want a job like that. I mean, he's a leader in religion, and well, so is the Hierophant, the Faith card. Or maybe you meet someone at church. Now, we clarify the King of Coins, and we get the Temperance in the reverse position again. So, Temperance in reverse, we're getting a lot of cards that are saying, don't push. Emotions may be unbalanced and a bit out of control. Impatience, intolerance with others, feeling like things are moving too slow, and a need for caution with your judgment. You don't want to make snap judgments because they can be wrong. And sometimes you're not hearing somebody out when the Temperance is in reversed. So, because sometimes somebody can be trying to give us help, they could be trying to give us good suggestions, and you're just not hearing them out. So, maybe try to listen a little bit more and don't make that snap judgment. Just take it under advisement and think about it if something like this should occur. You never know, it could be an exceptional idea. Now we clarify the Two of Cups and we get the Fool. So this definitely speaks of a new beginning, a new direction, a new start, a new relationship. And this new start is with a lot of passion and childlike optimism. You know how happy you were as a child to get to go do something fun? Well, yeah. This is the type of optimism that the Fool has, so, completely optimistic about this new relationship or partnership. So yeah, it does look like some of you are starting a new relationship, or you've got one that's coming towards you. Just be patient. Or some of you may already be attached. And for those of you who are already attached or married, then this could be a new project, one that you love, Maybe you have a craft or a hobby that you've been doing for many years that you love, and maybe you'll form a partnership with somebody that wants to help you, and this could be really successful. Now we clarify the Moon and we get the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups is the card of our past, our childhood. Sometimes we can reunite with someone from our past, whether it be a friend or an old lover. This can mean a family reunion. And siblings is a really big one for this card. Sometimes when we're going to see our siblings soon, we could get this card. But either way, this is about good memories from our past or our childhood. And sometimes this is about just the place that we grew up, the childhood hometown. You might receive a gift or, communication from someone in your hometown. Maybe you might meet somebody from your hometown. But either way, this is happiness. Good memories from the past as well. Maybe you decide that you should just move. Maybe you decide you want to move, and maybe it'll be back to your hometown. Now we clarified our Knight of Coins in the reverse position, and we get the Six of Swords. Now, the Six of Swords is, this family has experienced a lot of loss. And a lot of times this has to do with an unfortunate work situation, and this can be family difficulties as well. But it's a difficult cycle that's coming to an end, and sometimes this is a complete move. Sometimes this can indicate a vacation, or sometimes this can indicate a move where you'll be crossing water, whether it be by a boat or in a plane or in a car going over the bridge, But either way, you're moving away from a bad situation, that had much family loss. So you're now healing from it. And a lot of times this has to do with a work situation. But it looks like things are looking up, like things are going to get better. And considering that this is a card of moving away, I feel like it's quite possible that maybe you might be moving back towards your hometown, or maybe in a town that you lived in, in your childhood. Maybe someone from your childhood, you might move to where they live and you'll run into them. Many different things could be going on here, but there will definitely be a moving away from a bad situation. And this could just be in the mind as well. And this can also be in the literal sense as well also. Now, the bottom card for our clarifying deck is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is about the card of mastering your craft. Your talents and your capabilities help move you ahead quickly. You receive profit and recognition, and you'll be doing well in your job and in your career. And your abilities will continue to get better. And the more that you do it, the more that you will further develop your skills and even attain more skills. Practice makes perfect. And maybe you move away for this job. Either way, I think that whatever this move is, it's moving you towards this, and this is going to be for the best for you, especially job-wise, because this speaks of an unfortunate work situation and moving away from it. And here, this is all about getting the recognition that you deserve, for your talents and your capabilities. And this is about profit, too, so I feel like whatever you are made to move away from, it's really going to be for the best. And you're going to see a profit, and at least you'll feel like you were actually appreciated in this job. So that's looking up. Now, let's see what the Love Oracle has to say. Stay optimistic about your love life. Express your love and getting to know each other. Balance, which is the Temperance card. So Temperance has come out 3 times now. The Moon has come out twice. And the Star, wow. Well, you just can't end a reading any better than this right here. This is wonderful. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Balance. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. The Moon. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, and release fears that hold you back. Yeah, so definitely release any fears that are holding you back from being able to fall in love. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And then we have the Star. Happy times make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. And the Star is also the wish card. It just echoes complete inspiration. And whatever you wish can be yours. So this person that comes into your life, they could inspire you, and your wish can come true. So if you're definitely looking or hoping for someone new or a new relationship, it's very likely. It seems to me like you guys are going to end up in a relationship. And it also looks like some of you are definitely going to be moving away from a bad work situation, and you're going to be getting a much better job that will actually recognize you for the great capabilities and talents that you have. So you'll be completely appreciated. You know, so it looks like things are going pretty good. We just want to moderation in all things. Slow down and smell the roses. Try not to get impatient, because good things are coming, Taurus. Good things are coming. Now, I will talk to you guys next month, Taurus. In the meantime, I send you blessings of healthy, healing energies, prosperity, lots of money. I know you guys love that. And lots and lots and lots of love. I will talk to you guys next month.